you see here. And let's get right into it. This is for 9mm and 38 specials. Again, a really cheap product on Temu, and we need to see if Temu is holding up their end of the deal, if it's as advertised, so that we don't waste our money, right? Okay, first things first. I have my Glock 43X right here. First things first, when you're putting these in, guys, firearm safety, make sure your weapon is unloaded. And it's always helpful if you have somebody with you to double check to make sure your weapon is unloaded. Unfortunately, I had no person here with me that's able to verify. So I'll have to use Fluffy Cat right here, the floof, aka the floof. He's going to verify to make sure my weapon is unloaded. If you could, floof, just go ahead. Verify, make sure that is unloaded. I think he's given his sign of approval. And again, muzzle awareness. Even though it is, in fact, unloaded, even if it's towards animal or anybody else, never have your muzzle facing towards anybody. You don't want to use it for that. So always practice good gun safety. So as we can see here, gun is unloaded, slides locked back. There's no magazine in. And so we're going to let that slide go forward. All right, so steel safety. I'm going to rack it multiple times. That ensures that the firearm is in fact safe and it's unloaded. Okay, so the first mistake that I made with this product was trying to figure out, okay, how does it actually go in? Because if I just try to push it in, it doesn't fit, doesn't go, okay? So there's a little bit of trick to it. If you push and screw in counterclockwise at the same time, if it's smoothly in, and again, you'll see it's got these black rings that it came with, you have to make sure, okay, you put the black rings on first, and as you pull it out, you twist the opposite direction and pull out. But you need to make sure those black rings that you see there are on that has little grooves that'll fit right on. So it fits right on. All right, so we're going to insert it into the muzzle of the gun. Again, gun is unloaded. All right, till it fits tightly in there. You'll have a button on top. You see here, button on top. That's going to be your button for the laser. Now, you'll see the lights on right there, but there's no laser visible, okay? So the way this thing works, as you see that there, the way this thing works, once you fire the weapon, the laser will show up, okay? So this practice, this helps you, as I see if we can click it, show up. And this is, again, with the wall. You'll look in the shadows. You'll see the laser there popping in and out. All right. And the way this works is helps you with your technique, with your skills when it comes to shooting a firearm. This works not only with handguns, but with rifles as well. Helps to bore sight your weapons as well. But it's an easy way. If it's like, say, Arkansas weather right now, it's really extremely cold. You may not want to go out to the range and get some trigger time in because it's too cold. So maybe get some trigger time in inside your home and be safe at the same time. You can use this little laser bullet and you could practice safely and you'll be able to see what you're hitting and if you're hitting it. There are some things out there like some electronic targets that are also pretty cheap on Temu that you can get with this that will give you automatic feedback where you're hitting at on the target so that you know whether or not that your skill level is getting better, so to speak. So again, another product from Temu that is as advertised. And again, this one right here was pretty cheap. I think it was less than $12 on Temu. And of course, there's coupons out there that you could use to make it even cheaper. I will say stay away from the promotions that Temu offers. As soon as it's clickbait. Don't click on them. They'll try to sell you on free gifts and expensive gifts, and they'll rope you into something. Like, trust me, I've done it. I tried to click on them. I had 3 like really big expensive gifts in my cart. All I had to do was make a minimum purchase of $25. It sounded really good. However, it is a scam. Don't use the promotions because they will end up, be paying more for those free gifts than what they're actually worth. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I see you. Be great. 5'11". I see what you're saying. Yeah, team is junk. that's why I'm trying this stuff out. That's why I'm putting this stuff out there. Just see if it's actually worth it. Yes, there are better versions of the bore sight, but for the price, I can get trigger squeeze. I can get real feedback to where I'm hitting. And so for the price, this right here is a pretty good buy. All right, it is cheap. So with what comes to that, yeah, you get what you get when you're paying for things. So trust on that is the more you pay, the better it ought to be. The less you pay, you're going to have some flaws here and there. Like as you can see here, I'm clicking the laser. And what it's supposed to do is stay off until I squeeze the trigger and use it on the hand. Again, we are safe. This is unloaded. So right there, that is as advertised. As I'm squeezing the trigger right now, it shows up. Now, it's supposed to only be one laser as far as whenever I click it. But you can see there, it's a little touchy. If you can see the hand, I'm barely squeezing the trigger. Nothing. That's how it ought to be. It shouldn't have a lot of red lights and stuff like that flashing afterwards. But it is. And again, you get what you pay for. It is cheap, but it is effective. So if you need a cheap way to bore sight your weapons, to practice safely inside your own home and get some trigger time in, this is an effective, cheap way to do it. I will be using it. I think I will also test out the electric targets that you can also get on Temu and see what they're like, see if it's actually worth it. I hope you found this video somewhat helpful, whether it pushed you to try Temu out, give it a shot, and see what you think, or go the complete opposite way. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go buy something that's going to be more effective and has better quality. All right, that's what these videos are meant to, is to tell you the good, tell you the bad, and you be independent and go make your own choice, own decision on what works best for you. All right, again, guys, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. B. Gray says, is there a cartridge in the barrel? Yeah, trust me. I covered that at the beginning of the video. Gun safety when you're using firearms. Make sure you practice good gun safety. And just how I started this video was with the slide back to the rear, visual inspect chamber. Make sure there's no mag in. And so when you do your slide lock, click it forward. You also want to rack it multiple times as the video goes flying. All right, that'll also help you make sure that you know that the gun is unloaded and is safe. And again, if you have somebody around, you always want to have them check the gun to make sure it's safe as well before you go using the weapon, and want to make sure everybody around you in the house, if you're using it in your house, that they know that it's clear, that it's safe, and you never point the weapon at another person or even an animal for that matter. That's wise. It's gun safety. And you want to make sure that you do all those things and set the example and be a good role model. So again, guys, if you found this video helpful with the laser bullets, please like and subscribe. It's always helpful, always grateful. And remember, guys, don't forget that you're worth it and to continue to look up. Y'all have a great day.